Today is Wednesday, October 15th, currently 10 a.m. PST. Let's jump right into it. All right, so sitting over here on the 1 hour time frame, if it will click over to it. All right, so just looking at it, we have a high draw way up here at 25,394 and a low right here at 24,423. So these are more than likely not going to be hit, but we can use them to our advantage. Right here, we have an internal Asia high at 2,541. So jumping down to the 15-minute, we saw that Asia overnight had this nice little run up. It took out this high and tried to take out this high. It managed to only take out this high because this wick just couldn't hold up. So it took out this high this morning. We can see that this morning it was right here, these highs. That was at 5:30. So this morning at 5:30, we had the market sort of top off until it dropped down. And so these are the draws on liquidity that I had marked out in case the market decided to go lower. And I found those on the, I think the 5-minute or something. Yeah, the 5-minute draws, right? But getting back into it, you can see that market attempted to break the high of Asia, which is this line right here. It couldn't do it. It made a double top and then started to break lower, going into the 6:30 open, which is 9:30. So right here, 6:30, market sort of sold off, breaking below this fair value gap right here. Broke the lows, broke below the fair value gap into this London low. What happened was it tapped into this 5-minute fair value gap right here, which is this entire section, rejected, and continued higher. You could have got an entry off of this with a 1-minute, because there's no 5-minute gaps or anything. You could have got a 1-minute entry right here or right here, but that was kind of it. Right, so you could have got one right there to target, back again to the London high, taking out the Asia high, which is this line again, or to target this 5-minute fair value gap above. So what happened was we had the MSS sweep, continuation higher, taking out Asia, back into the 5-minute fair value gap, and on a higher time frame, we can see that price just did not have enough strength to go higher. So we kind of consolidated here for about an hour or so. And then what happened was, about like an hour 25. What happened was price broke below. And this is the trade that I took. I waited for a break below this 5-minute fair value gap right here. Right, so we had this break. I'll get rid of this Asia high. Break below, and then I targeted the nearest draw, which would have been the low right here. So essentially this would have been the target, which you can see that price did take that out. Right there, price took that out. It had a nice bounce because that was the first round liquidity, so people probably had orders there. So it took that back up to, the same fair value gap and this general empty space right here. And it's rejecting back down. Why? Well, because we have all of this lower draw and liquidity right here. But that was the trade that I took. I can show you I went short right here for probably around 25 or 35 points. I think I was right above this. Yeah, something like that. And I just targeted lower. You could have definitely held longer for these draws, but it was going into lunch hours, so it was getting a little bit slower volume. We can see that as I'm making this video, the volume is sort of picking back up because 10 o'clock right here is 1 o'clock East Coast, so that's sort of PM session. But again, the reason why the market sold off is because it couldn't break above this fair value gap to target higher. We swept out to then again break above Asia high right here, and then we sort of rejected back down because of a failed breakout. And so now we're just targeting lower. We're probably going to target all of these, maybe hit this one because it's kind of like a consolidation area right here. And we're probably just going to chop around for the rest of the day. But yep, that was the trade I took right there. I think I made, I don't know, $1,000 on it. Yep. Leave a comment, leave a like, or let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for future video ideas, let me know. And deuces. I'll see you in the next one.